Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we got some cool Cabovers to show you, man. Our feature truck contest is in lot number 2, and I know you're going to love this one. You hopefully enjoyed those classic trucks we showed you last time for sure, because they were certainly cool. Hey, this show and the contest are both brought to you by our friends over at Chrome Supply Warehouse. If you want your truck to look like the best showpiece you can, because this is where people get their stuff, they go over to Chrome Supply Warehouse. That's right. You know what? Hey, he's won in the past, so he knows exactly what to put on the truck, right? So, hey, you know what? Chrome Supply Warehouse, they've got all the chrome parts you need. If you're going through Belleville, Ontario, just stop in. They're at exit 538 on the north side of the 401 highway. That's Belleville in between Toronto and Montreal. They've got a big blue glass building there. All you got to do is go in there. They got 8,000 square feet of interior parts, exterior parts, and the best team in parts that you can get. They know their stuff. They're good to work with, and they don't mind ordering what you need. And if they don't have it, they can make it. They can even make custom parts. So you want to check this place out. Man, I got to tell you, they are one of the best. ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com. If you can't get to Belleville because you're somewhere else in the country, then go to ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com and you can order right online. They'll send it to you. They deal with all of the big dealerships and stuff. So if you're putting a truck together and brand new and you want to look custom right out of the gate, give them a call and say, here's what we need. Or tell your people to do that. Either way. All right, my friends, let's get on to our trucks contest number 2 lot.
Welcome to the Lead.
So we are going to, today we're doing Cabovers. All right, so we've got a number of Cabovers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Cabovers that are part of the group. So if you're not familiar with the contest, we started this about 5 years ago. This is our 5th year doing it. Chrome Supply Warehouse is our sponsor of the contest. And what they're doing is we've grouped this. So we've got 50 trucks. Every Friday we do a featured truck on the podcast. We got about 52 trucks. Well, maybe not quite that many because we do the voting. And so we've ended the trucks for this year. So now we are voting. So there's 4 different lots of trucks that are going to come out. The first one came out last week. That was some classic trucks. You want to make sure you check that out. So those classic trucks came out. There was a whole bunch. These are the old ones, the old B model Max, that kind of stuff. So now we've got the Cabovers, and we've got a number of Cabovers. The first one we have is this old Ford Coca-Cola truck. So some of this could have been in the classic truck, but because they were Cabovers, I left them together. Now, the way this contest works is you have to be in our fan club to be part of the voting. So that's who votes on this. And I can tell you, it'd be really cool. So the first Cabover we have is a 76 Ford Coca-Cola truck. This is out of Chuck Snow's collection. It's a beautiful, beautiful fire engine red, and it is an old truck. If you want to check it out, go to episode number 1475 of the podcast, and you can also see it on our YouTube channel. The next one is from Chuck's collection as well. This is a 72 F-model Mac Cabover, not a Ford Cabover. F-model Mac Cabover. I had a pleasure of driving this one. This one is just a fun truck to drive for sure. Then we've got a 65 International Cabover called Emeryville, and this is part of the Tomlinson collection. We saw this up at the Joseph Truck Show. That's episode 1464. Then we have an 83 Mack Cruise Liner. This thing is beautiful. This is part of Chuck's. Chuck might actually win because a lot of these trucks are coming from his collection. So the 83 Mack Cruise Liner is beautiful. It came out of Wisconsin. Chuck keeps it just beautiful. Then we have a Scania truck, which I actually saw going down the road the other day. This works for a produce company here in Canada. This Scania truck looks like it's right out of England. You don't see this truck around a lot, which is probably why everybody notices. We saw it up at the Woodstock Truck Show. That's episode number 1434. Then we've got a cool Freightliner cabover, which I thought was very cool this year. This came out of the Clifford Truck Show, and one that we saw there. That's episode 1395. And then there's a beautiful cabover Pete. That is my friend's truck. Big shout out to Gordy Beal. So this is Gordy's truck. We saw this up at Clifford, and that is our last cabover. So there's seven cabovers. Let's see. Yeah, 7 cabover. I'm just learning how to count. I got all my shoes off and my socks off. So that is the 7 cabovers that we've got, and that's what we're going to be voting on for sure. So before we get into events, so how do you vote? You go to if you're part of our fan club, you're going to be voting in the fan club, and that's where we want you to go and vote. They stay up for a week, so they stay up until the next lot comes out. So every Friday, a lot will come out where the featured truck normally would come out. So you have until that Friday to vote. All right, so you want to go and vote for your favorite. You can only vote once, and whoever wins that. So what we're going to do is out of these 4 lots, it will get pared down to where there's 4 trucks, and then the best of those 4 trucks. All right, so that's where we're going. All right, so before I tell you about some of the events that we got coming up, let me tell you a little bit about RS2000 Tax Services. They are a great place if you need tax help. We all need tax help. We use them ourselves, so I know that they're good, my friends, and you want to check them out. So go to rs2000tax.com. They specialize in farming and trucking. So if you're an owner-operator or a truck driver, then you certainly want to check them out. All right, now let's get into the few of the events that we've got coming up. We don't have too many coming up. If you're listening to this the day of, then there's really only one event coming up, actually. No, there's 2. No, there's 1. There's 2. I'm just learning to count today. So the first one is the TCA Canada Bridging the Borders event. That's happening on November 19th in Mississauga, Ontario. I don't know if there's still seats. This thing was supposed to be sold out. Truckloadbbb.com. I've gone to this before. It's a really good event. I have another event that day, so I'm not at that one, but hopefully you were enjoying it. And then Trucking Network is having their Fleet Executive Summit on November 25th, 2025 in Brampton, Ontario. And you go to fleetexecsummit.net. So that is what is coming up right now. That's all we've got. And I'm sure some of you are actually celebrating Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S., so happy Thanksgiving to you. I know you're going to enjoy that as well. All right, so we got lots of stuff coming up. Go and vote for these trucks. So if you want to see the trucks, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can watch a video on each of those trucks. If you're in our group, I'll be sharing those to our Facebook page as well, and you can vote for them, and they're up until next week, so make sure you check them out. All right, my friends, have a good one. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have a good weekend, and make sure you watch for lots of changes coming up on the podcast and Lead Pedal Radio. We got some changes coming up. We're kind of working our things for 2026, new shows, new times, new dates, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you stay with us. Subscribe. That's the easiest way. Just subscribe on whatever platform you either listen or watch us on, and you'll know exactly what's coming up. All right, my friends, we'll talk to you later. Be good out there. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.